Ladies and gentlemen, just when you thought Chrisean Rock finally moved on, showed love, and maybe, just maybe, left the chaos behind, the internet reminded her of one painful truth. You can't escape Blueface. Not in this lifetime. Not on this planet. Not even if Elon Musk launches you to Mars with free Wi-Fi. Here's the scene. Chrisean, trying to be positive, drops a sweet, loving post. A rare moment that doesn't involve swinging fists, broken TVs, or courtroom appearances. And what do fans do? They storm the comments like unpaid bill collectors, dragging Blueface's name back into the spotlight like he's the ghost haunting her every happy moment. Imagine trying to show love, and instead you get hit with, "But what about Blueface?" So? It's brutal. This isn't just a story. It's a full-blown reality soap opera. The kind of mess that makes the Kardashians look like they're hosting a yoga retreat. It's toxic, it's addictive, and it's got more twists than a TikTok conspiracy thread. So buckle in, because we're diving into the love, the leaks, the fan chaos, and the shadow of Blueface that just won't die. This is Chrisean Rock versus her own comment section. And trust me, it's nastier than any boxing match, Chrisean Rock. The name alone sparks chaos like a firecracker in a church. For the last few years, she's been the poster child of unpredictable reality TV energy, the kind of person who can go from singing gospel to throwing a chair through a wall in under 30 seconds. Her relationship with Blueface was not just messy, it was the kind of mess that made love and hip-hop look like Sesame Street. From fistfights to police visits to live stream meltdowns, these two turned toxic love into a full-blown entertainment franchise. So when Chrisean finally tried to pivot into positivity, the world was shocked. She popped online, showing love, spreading kindness, smiling for once without a black eye, and fans thought, wait, is this character development? Are we in the redemption arc? Nope. The internet doesn't allow redemption arcs. Not in 2025. The moment she posted anything remotely wholesome, the comment section didn't clap, didn't cheer. They attacked. And the weapon of choice? 2 words. Blueface who? Fans dragged his name back into her narrative like unpaid rent. It didn't matter that she wasn't mentioning him. It didn't matter that she was trying to be independent. The internet looked at her positivity and said, "That's cute, but what about Blueface?" One fan wrote, "We know you love him deep down." Another commented, "You can't show love without showing love to Blueface." And then the more savage ones came in hot. "This ain't love, this is a Blueface commercial." It was relentless, and here's where it gets wild. Chrisean Rock was literally trying to rebrand herself. New music, new vibes, new image. But fans weren't buying it. They said her show of love wasn't genuine, because in their minds, Blueface is stamped on her forehead like a tattoo she can't laser off. Every time she tries to move forward, the ghost of her ex pops up like a Netflix, "Are you still watching?" message. It's not even just about romance anymore. Blueface has become her shadow brand. Every post, every live stream, every emotional moment is filtered through the question, what does this mean for Blueface? The guy could be locked in a different city, eating chicken nuggets at a gas station, and fans would still drag him into her narrative. At this point, Blueface isn't just an ex, he's a curse word, a meme, a cultural parasite she can't shake. And let's not forget the receipts. This is the same Blueface who humiliated her publicly, cheated on her proudly, and still managed to play the victim in interviews. The same guy who had her crying on Instagram Live while he flexed with a new girl on the other side of the camera. The same Blueface who, despite all the chaos, still had her showing up, defending him and standing by his side like a ride or die gone wrong. So when Chrisean shows love now, fans automatically assume it's a subliminal toward him. They can't picture her heart without his face attached. The first reactions were pure internet gold. You had half the crowd cheering her on like she was breaking generational curses. "Yes, queen. Show love, not war," they typed. But the other half? They were ready with screenshots, old videos, and memes sharper than knives. One viral tweet read, "Chrisean Rock showing love without Blueface is like Batman without the Joker. We just don't buy it." Ouch. It didn't stop there. TikTok edits started circulating, taking her wholesome post and splicing it next. to old fight clips with Blueface, turning it into a tragic love montage. Instagram meme pages captioned her love post with things like, "She's glowing, but Blueface still in the shadows." The internet didn't just react, they hijacked her narrative and stamped Blueface all over it. And here's the kicker. Chrisean saw it. She scrolled through those comments, the memes, the tweets, and you could almost feel her rage bubbling under the surface. Because Chrisean isn't the type to ignore negativity. She claps back, she screams, she cries, on live. And every time she does, fans get more ammo. It's a never-ending cycle. The more she tries to prove she's over Blueface, the more fans remind her she's not. This scandal isn't just about love, it's about ownership. Fans think they own the narrative. They've turned her life into a reality show they refuse to let end. And Blueface? He's sitting back, loving every second. Because whether he's involved or not, his name keeps trending. He doesn't even need to start drama anymore. Chrisean's fans are doing the promo work for him. To put it bluntly, Chrisean Rock showing love turned into the internet dragging her back into the past like a bad sequel. It was supposed to be wholesome, healing, fresh. Instead, it was hijacked, roasted, and turned into another episode of Blueface and Chrisean never-ending saga. And once the chaos started, there was no stopping it. Because if there's one thing the internet loves more than love, it's reminding you of the one person you swore you left behind. And just when people thought things couldn't get any messier, the internet said, "Hold my phone." Chrisean's sweet little love moment became a public battleground, where fans, haters, and trolls turned her comments into a courtroom. Every single post was dissected, twisted, and then memed to death. Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram became a carnival of chaos. Memes popped up faster than gas prices. One viral tweet had her caption blurred out with the words, "No matter what she writes, the answer is always Blueface." Another had a split screen of Chrisean smiling, paired with Blueface smirking, in a mugshot captioned, "Two sides of the same mixtape." Savage celebrities couldn't resist chiming in either. Some defended her, preaching about growth and healing, while others stirred the pot like they were auditioning for Love and Hip Hop. DJ Academics even cracked a joke saying, "Chrisean Rock could post a recipe for mac and cheese and y'all still gonna ask where Blueface is." And honestly, he wasn't wrong. But the loudest reaction came when Blueface himself entered the chat. Not with a statement, not with an essay, but with a single laughing emoji. That's it. No words. And yet, it blew up like a Drake diss track. Suddenly fans were debating. Is he mocking her, missing her, or just playing puppet master from the sidelines? The whole internet turned it into a cultural debate. Some argued Chrisean should be allowed to live and grow without being dragged back to her toxic past. Others swore she'll never escape it, no matter what she posts, no matter how much love she shows. And the cruel irony? Both sides were fueling the very circus she was trying to escape. But here's where the story turns from internet jokes to something much darker, the aftermath. Because no matter how many memes go viral, no matter how many celebrities weigh in, the real damage is what happens behind the scenes. And for Chrisean Rock, the fallout hit like a hurricane. Her attempt at showing love, a moment that should have been about positivity, got twisted into yet another headline linking her to Blueface. Blogs splashed it everywhere, turning her growth into clickbait. Overnight, her name trended worldwide again. Not for her music, not for her journey, but for the ghost she can't seem to outrun. Imagine finally trying to change your narrative, only to have the internet chain you back to the very thing you're escaping. That's not just toxic, and that's tragic comedy. And the impact didn't stop with her reputation. Brand opportunities that were just starting to circle around her began to hesitate. One insider claimed a clothing company paused a campaign after the scandal blew up, worried her image was still too tied to Blueface. Translation: the internet just cost her money again. Meanwhile, Blueface sat back smirking, feeding off the attention like it was his personal energy drink. For him, every headline with her name is free promo, whether she likes it or not. Fans started to split into camps. Some grew sympathetic, rallying behind hashtags demanding people let Chrisean heal. Others mocked her endlessly, insisting she'll never separate her identity from Blueface. The more she pushed back, the louder the trolling became. It was like quicksand. The harder she fought, the deeper she sank. The most chilling part? The psychological toll. Because whether you're a celebrity or not, constantly being dragged back to your lowest moments is exhausting. Insiders whispered she's frustrated, hurt, and tired of explaining herself to people who don't want to listen. And that's the internet's favorite contradiction. They demand healing, but they feed off the drama that prevents it. And then came the ultimate irony. Chrisean posted again, doubling down on her positivity. A new caption about love, strength, and moving forward. Guess what the top comment was? "Where's Blueface?" At that point, it wasn't just a trend. It was a prison, a meme that had become her shadow. So what's the consequence of all this? A woman trying to move on is forced to carry the ghost of her ex everywhere she goes. A rapper who should be forgotten keeps getting resurrected by trolls. And the fans who claim to love the truth are the same ones keeping the circus alive. The aftermath isn't just about reputations. It's about how the internet refuses to let go of chaos, even when it ruins the people they claim to support. And that's the brutal truth. In 2025, scandals don't die. They respawn. And Chrisean. Rock? She's stuck in a loop that might take years, or another massive meltdown, to break free from. And there you have it. Chrisean Rock tried to show love, but the internet showed her no mercy. One caption, one moment of positivity, and boom! Fans dragged her straight back into the Blueface saga like it's the sequel nobody asked for. At this point, the comment section is less of a supportive space and more like the Hunger Games. And Chrisean's the tribute stuck dodging. Blueface memes? But let's be honest, you're not here because you care about peace and healing. You're here for the mess, the drama, the kind of chaos that makes reality TV look like Sunday school. And guess what? That's exactly what we serve up on this channel. Scandal on steroids, headlines hotter than a Kris Jenner PR stunt, and sarcasm sharp enough to cut steel. So don't just sit there. Smash that like button like it owes you rent. Subscribe like you're dodging Blueface's baby mama drama. And drop your wildest theory in the comments. Do you think Chrisean will ever escape his shadow? Or is Blueface her permanent Wi-Fi connection? And remember, scandals never sleep. They leak at 3 a.m., they trend by breakfast, and by lunch they're already being remixed into TikTok dances. If you blink, you'll miss the next meltdown. But here, we don't blink. We catch it, roast it, and deliver it straight to you. Hotter, louder, and wilder than anyone else. This is Majestus Buzz, where drama doesn't end, it just reloads. Mic dropped.